Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and it's been a while. Been working on my Etsy store, lots of Mother's Day's orders, so I finally got a chance to sit down and do some crafting today. I'm quite excited. So this is a project that I've been thinking about doing for a while, and what these are in front of you are fabric with carpet tape on the back. So I had an idea to do a one of those books that have the tape that holds the pages together, and I'm looking into the Tim Holtz fabric tape, and I mean, it's kind of expensive. It's $5.99 for the 2 rolls, which is not too bad, $6 for 2 rolls. This I found at Menards was $6.99. Well, you say to yourself, well, Lisa, that's $1 more. But this is the thing. This has 75 feet in there. The Tim Holtz fabric rolls, which are pretty, are beautiful, are lovely, they have, I just looked it up. There was 3 yards in the package, so that's 9 feet versus 75 feet. So 9 feet for $5.99 or 75 feet for $6.99. I think I calculated it, and you get about $50 worth of Tim Holtz tape out of this one roll. This one roll of tape. It's huge. It's 2 inches wide, so it really seems to be perfect for what I was looking for. I did do, don't roll away, I did do my first one where I took the 2-inch roll and I ended up cutting it in half. I cut it in half with my scissors, wasn't the greatest thing, and then I went cut in half with my little choppy guy, this guy, and it worked beautifully. Cut it in half beautifully. So I have 1-inch wide strips. Now you don't have to use just 1-inch wide strips. It just was happened. I thought this was a good size to work with some stuff. So I played around with some solid fabric that I had. And then I went through my stash and found strips of just random fabrics that I had. I didn't want them too long to start. I think most of them are not even 12 inches. I think most of them are shorter than 12 inches because I just was, yeah, like 11 is the longest. So just long enough strips that if I want to cut little guys out of, I can. So let me show you how I made these. They're so pretty, right? I got some bright colors. That one was a short piece, but I had to do that. It was fun. I got some bright colors, and then I did a few neutrals, and I got a few more neutrals that I'm going to do. So kind of have a nice array of stuff already, and look at how much I've got made already and how much more I have left. So I'm quite excited about this. Making your own fabric strips. Now, I do not see this anywhere per se that I can think of. Not saying this is my original idea at all. It just was something that I thought of, and I thought this was great. So shout out to whoever did it first, but I don't know who it was. Okay, so on these batiks, it's hard to tell which is the right side and the wrong side, but I think I like that side better. So I'm going to put the tape on this side. So a couple things I learned as I was doing this. The first one came out kind of icky, but I've gotten better at it. So you open the tape up. Come on. There we go. Now I found, instead of trying to lay the tape and doing it, I found the best way to do it is turn it up like this. Give yourself some room, and you can see how long you need your strip to be. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it right about there. Close that up. And I'm going to flip this over. Now, there's lumps in there, but I can get rid of that. So I'm going to start with this end because there's a really weird fold at that end. All right, so I'm going to put my fabric down in this one end, close to the end. It's not too perfect. We're going to cut it away. And then I'm going to, with my hand, I'm just going to roll it to the side. Now, I didn't do it straight, as you can tell, but we were going to cut it away anyway. Now, second thing I learned is if I flip it over and try to burnish it on, I get ripples. I don't know, what was the first one I did? I think, yeah, this is the first one I did. And it might be hard to see, but there's a lump in there. Can't get rid of it now because when I found out when I burnish on this way, it's not stuck down as well as it should be, and it can ripple. So I found that if you burnish it with on the tape side, now I'm just using the scraper thing. I found it at Dollar Tree, $1.25 Tree. I'm sure you could probably use a bone folder. If I knew where my bone folder was, there it is. Probably use your bone folder just to straighten it out. but it's a little harder to hold. I find this is a little easier to hold for doing this. Once the back side gets burnished, I found that if you kind of burnish it from the center out, make sure those ends are done, then you can go through and finish your burnishing, and you're not going to get any wrinkles. Spectacular, right? Okay, so I'm just going to cut away the fabric, and your scissors can pretty well guide to the edge of it. If it's not exactly flush, I don't think that's a problem. A couple times I did go in and cut the tape away. Again, not a problem, it's just not pretty straight. It's a little wonky, but you know, crafting's a little wonky. So hopefully your day is going well today. Like I said, I'm so excited to be able to get into my craft room and do some crafting today. I'm hoping to get a few videos done today. I have some Margaret Miller I want to work on and some other ideas. I mean, I got a stack of ideas. Aren't those cute? Yeah, so I figured what I could do on these is, and I'll show you, and then I'm going to do the other two, is I figured I'd make them a little bit shorter, cut them in half so they're nice long strips, and then take this guy, and since it's 2-inch, I just want to put it at the 1-inch mark, top and bottom, hold it, and snip away. I'm going to cut both of these. I really like these. Nice and neutral. Could go on anything probably. Oops, too high up. Okay. Of course, the first time I cut them, it didn't get caught, so I'm not sure why it's getting caught right now, but I might have a burr or something on there. I'll have to check that out. Okay, so now, out of that, I've got these lovely, lovely strips. Now, like I said, if I wanted to cut them in half one more time to make little tabs, perfect. Yeah, so put these to the side. I have a project I can add this to, so this is why I cut this one apart. Show you what we can do with those. Put these to the side over there. All right, so let's do 2 more strips, really to show how easy this is. This is really pretty. I like that side better. Okay. There we go. So hopefully if you like this idea, you give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love to have you add it to your list of things to watch. I know how important it is to pick and choose who you watch. And I am so grateful for my many subscribers who have picked to choose and watch me. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna burnish the back down a bit, come through, and burnish the front, and give it a little cut. Alright, so I did divot in that a little bit, like it felt it get caught, but you can't really even tell from the front what happened. You can just tell it's just a little bit hair whooshing, but very cute, right? I love them. Alright, last one for now. And like I said, I took these from my stash. Some of them I did rip off of bigger pieces. Some of them were pieces that were laying around already that were smaller. You can tell that when I rip the stuff, usually on my fabrics, that this side was ripped and this side was cut, so this is why it's wonky. If this would get ripped, they'd all be the same, but since we're really only doing it like this, it doesn't matter. Now, if you really didn't want to waste fabric, you could probably try to cut your fabric closer to 2 inches, but I like the room it gives to make a mistake, to be a little crooked, so that for sure that the fabric goes to the complete edge of the tape. Okay, stunning, beautiful. Okay, move that to the side, and let's see what we can do with some of these. So, the first thing is I did already is I added it to a pocket. This is actually a project that I'm going to be also working on hopefully today. I made a prototype of these flip up, fold in, oversized book pages. But I added a little tab to it. The green fabric that I showed you in the beginning part. This stuff, just did a little fold over. I tucked it inside the inside tab as being able to open it. And I did stamp it with VersaFine. VersaFine and stamps, and it held up really well. It's fabric after all, and we know that we can stamp on fabric, so I thought that was a great little idea to make a fun little tab for that. So there's one idea to do with the fabric tape. All right, second idea, I got my idea book. So this is kind of, I guess, part of my idea book series. What I did on the first one is I need sharper scissors, but I took one of the thicker stripes before I cut it in half, and I just made a little wave to make some fun little strip of fabric to go on there. Could have added just a straight strip of fabric also, but you can add a fabric edge for that. So the second thing I thought of was to use this fabric as a kind of like washi tape as a tip-in. So I'm going to attach the fabric tape to both of these parts so I can do a flip-in. Now I'm thinking the best bet is to attach it to this and then attach it to the book. So, all right, so we're gonna have to have it facing downward like that. All right, so for this, I have found that I have been able to peel the backing off. If you can't, you can use a pin, but it's been pretty easy to do. What you have to be careful of, if you haven't burnished it well, like this one, I can see that there's, it's not shiny on that part right there. You want to make sure that there's shine on the back of the fabric, because that shows that the glue transferred it to the fabric. And if I had nails, I could be able to grab it. So you can see it now, there's shine. So I know that the glue is on the fabric, or on the fabric, and not stuck to this. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have it this way up. So I'm gonna have to push it this way. I'm gonna put a little bit on there. Oh, that'll stick. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take the book page and do my best to get this straight. I'm gonna try to leave a little bit of room in the book page and that, so it will flip. And oh, I forgot this was on this side. Oh well. Oops, wasn't gonna do it on that page, but I did. Okay. All right, so now we have a fabric flipping. Yeah, I think I would have probably planned it a little better to have the fabric a little bit more over. So that it held it down a little bit better, but yeah, I think it works. Fabric flipping. Okay. Yeah, it's working itself now that it's getting a little flatter. Okay. Fun. All right. Okay, so the next idea is to add it to tags, etc. So, like this is one of my, what do you call it? Franken papers. Just gonna ink it because I have a chance right now before. And then we would just add some fun, like tag top to this. So, this orange one would be fun. Now I think I'm gonna cut a piece this way and use that going this way. right. Once again, we're gonna fold that over. See that the tape is glossy on that side. And we're gonna put a little bit there. And we're gonna fold it over like that. And I'm just gonna nip the sides a little just to give it a little bit of a softer edge, and there we go. Cute little fabric top, right? I like it. All right, let's do one more quick little project with this. And I did pull some of these. And I was thinking about putting this on there as maybe a side tab. It could even be decoration for all, you know, for all we care. Like, where's my glue? I hadn't used my glue yet today. All right, let's get the... All right. Yeah, so this video is not totally project heavy per se, but it is really just meant to show the idea of the fabric tape. But I'm sure I'm going to be using that in other projects up and coming, so you will see it pop in and out often, I have a feeling, because they are fun. All right, Mr. Bird, Mr. Eagle. So yeah, so we could probably do it as a side tab if we wanted to be able to pull it out of something. That'd be cute. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do first off is I'm gonna trim these inside edges just to soften those. And then after I fold it over, I will trim the top. I don't want to trim it yet because that might not end up being the top of it. Of course, now that I trim the edges, there's no corner to fold back. There we go. Well, I had it. There we go. You know, I think I do want a nice long tab on that. I'm just gonna all right, we're just gonna snip and snip. Yeah, adds just a little bit of dimension to it. I like it. If I felt like stamping on that, well, we could, because the stamp does work as an option. Right? Cute. I won't decorate that just yet. Very cute. I like them. All right, so cute little fun fabric strips made from fabric carpet tape. There is other I was gonna say, when I was looking for carpet tape, there are other carpet tapes on the market. And what I did is when I looked for it, and I probably shouldn't in the store, I peeled a couple of them back to see, and some of them have like mesh lines in them, like a grid, which I'm sure is perfectly fine for carpet tape, but I didn't like that idea to do for this because I thought those grid lines, they were like fibers, would show through here. So I found one that was smooth on the back. So that's why the duct tape ended up, because I found ones that were like $4, $5, but like $6.99. I still thought that was a good deal. And who knows, it might be on Amazon or other places. I did find that at Menards. but that's where we had gone, so that's where I found it. And then can't forget the book page idea with just the fabric on the side, or being able to do a flipping. Yeah, it's laying much better now that it's gotten a chance to sit and meditate in its spot. So, right, cute little flipping, little fabric. I like it. Okay. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. Again, hopefully you liked that video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'm always here to answer those. And again, if you like the video, a thumbs up would be awesome. That's going to be it for me. Thanks so much for stopping by. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.